Hey there, good morning everyone. Wednesday, the 1st of February 2023. This morning's devotional is a reading from Psalm chapter 5, verse 3, which reads, "In the morning, O Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning, I lay my requests before you and wait in expectation." What is one of the first things you do in the morning when you wake up? Now, if there's a really clever person out there, they would probably answer, "I open my eyes." Well, that's a good answer. So then, what would then the second thing be that you do when you wake up in the morning? For many, it would be reaching over and grabbing hold of that all-favorite thing, the cell phone, because it's deemed as important in our lives. Or for others, it's grabbing that first cup of coffee. We like to have our caffeine kick in the morning. So as we just entered the first day of the second month of 2023, I need to ask you, were any of you brave enough to set New Year's resolutions for 2023? And if you did, how are they holding out? For many, like myself, they're lucky if they lasted longer than the first hour on the first day. It's just one of those things. So let's pretend we are starting again afresh with a brand new slate and we've pressed the reset button. Let's develop a habit of starting each day with God. When you do that, you have a source of strength to draw on all day long. It is said that it takes up to 3 weeks to become familiar with a new habit and another 3 weeks before it sets in. That means you need to work through the 6-week barrier. It's not that long. So how do we do this seemingly menial yet all-important task? Permit me to share some tips with you. Firstly, number 1, make a strong resolution. If you begin half-heartedly, you will never succeed. Scriptures remind us in Hebrews chapter 3, verse 12, to encourage one another daily. Also, if it helps become accountable to someone, ask them to encourage you and to remind you of the promise that you made to God. Number 2, never allow an exception. Oh, these exceptions, they are terrible. A habit is like a ball of string. Every time you drop it, some of the strands unwind. So don't allow just this once thinking to creep in. Every act of yielding weakens your will and causes you to lose ground. Number 3, use every opportunity to practice your new habit. Whenever you get the slightest urge to read the scriptures or to pray, do it. Don't wait for later. Use that moment to reinforce the new habit that you're starting. It doesn't hurt to overdo a new habit. Number 4, rely on the power of God. This is a spiritual battle, believe it or not, and you can only succeed with God's help. Depend on Him to help you in developing the habit to His glory. My dear friends, let's face facts. Old habits are really super duper hard to break, but they are doable. Let us no longer conform to the pattern of this world, but let us draw nearer to God, and we can begin doing this first thing in the morning. And I would encourage you to pray the prayer as well. Lord, I commit myself to you, to beginning each new day with you, no matter what the cost. And I'm depending on you to help me to be consistent. That is a prayer for help, and I believe God will answer that for you. May the Lord be with you. May He bless you. May He cause His face to shine upon you and be with you always. Goodbye.